the kitchen today. I have two friends that I'm going to teach how to make salsa. I want you to meet Valerie and Marie. This is Marie's first time ever water bathing, and I want you to give them a big thumbs up. First, we're going to drop these tomatoes in some boiling water, and I use a mixture of Romas and big tomatoes, and you just want to let them stay in this boiling water until they crack. Don't overcook. Then take the cores out, and that skin will slide right off. And this is chunky salsa, so we're not going to cut it up really fine. And I promise you it will cook down. So the Romas we're cutting up just in slices. Now this is one of the bigger tomatoes, and my core will not work with it, but look how easy that skin peels off. These are hosstools. So for these big tomatoes, we're just going to quarter and then slightly chop them up. Again, no fine chopping here. It will cook down. So you want to cut up about 6 to 8 cups of peppers, and I use a mixture of banana, jalapeno, poblano. I threw in a few pimento and a few right on red. Now the jalapeno, I put in 2 of those, and I do leave the seeds in. And again, this is a thick, chunky salsa, so I'm just rough cutting it. You want to put in about 6 to 8 cups of sweet onions. And you can use a food processor if you want it finer. So here's Marie and Valerie adding the tomatoes. And we're starting it off on a low heat. We're adding our mixture of peppers, around 6 to 8 cups. 6 to 8 cups of sweet onions. 5 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of oregano and a tablespoon of basil, 1 cup of sugar, 4 tablespoons of canning salt, and 2 12-ounce cans of tomato paste. Now this is going to be really chunky, and again, you're going to be tempted to add some liquid to it, but I promise you it's going to juice right up for you. And the last ingredient is some ground cumin, and then I use Miser's Wages salsa mix, medium. This just adds all the spices I might have missed. I've been doing this recipe for 12 years and have tweaked it, and everybody loves it. Look how thick this is. I promise you it's gonna juice right up. You wanna mix it really well and bring it to a boil, then turn it down and simmer it for 30 minutes. Again, stir, stir, stir. To your jars, add 1 tablespoon of lime juice. Here's Valerie stirring. Look how it's juiced right up. I wish you had smell-o-vision. The smell is just amazing. We're gonna ladle this into our jars, leaving a 1-inch headspace. Be sure to save a little bit out to taste test at the end. We're going to add cilantro after we have cooked it for 30 minutes. You do not want to add this during the cooking process, and just push it down under the liquid. If you do not like cilantro, leave it out. I know everybody's not a fan. Be sure to wipe those rims off. You don't want anything to interfere with a good seal. I'm just using a paper towel with some vinegar. Put your lids on. I do not boil these. They are in some warm water, going on warm jars. Then put your bands on finger tight. Do not over tight. Finger tight means tighten with your fingertips, not with your wrist. If you do it too tight, you can cause the lids to buckle. Place your jars in the Waterbath canner. You're going to want at least 1 inch of water over the top of the jars. And once you bring this to a boil, you're going to process it for 25 minutes. You do not start your timer until you have a rolling boil. After the 25 minutes, be sure you have a jar lifter. Place them on your counter on a dish towel and let them sit for 12 to 24 hours undisturbed. This recipe makes about 18 pints. Always taste test. Scale 1 to 10.
12.
After 12 to 24 hours, check your seals by removing your bands and lifting with your fingertips. You can also press on the lid and make sure it does not pop. If you have one that doesn't seal, just get you a bag of chips and enjoy. Last, you always want to label your jars with what it is and the year.